So today I want to talk about why entrepreneurs must learn how to run first before they can walk. I'm Patrick Bet-David, host of Valuetainment Weekly, and the quote I referenced earlier is actually a quote from Tony Stark from the movie Iron Man, where he says, "Sometimes we must learn how to run first before we can walk." And I think that quote has so much to do with startup entrepreneurs. Here's why. You see, when you're a startup entrepreneur, you don't have the luxury of pondering about your next move and taking 2 weeks to say, well, maybe, maybe not. You don't have that kind of luxury as a startup entrepreneur, because every day you're a day away from being out of business as a startup entrepreneur. You don't have the luxury of the big businesses where they got to sit around and they can spend 6 months to think about their next move. Now, you also have the benefit because you're nimble and you can make the move faster, while they have to go through a lot of different boards and organizations and approvals and all the sign-offs that you don't need to do that. You can just simply make your next move. But as a startup entrepreneur, I see sometimes amateur entrepreneurs, they'll sit there and they say, but the bigger company has this, but we're Walmart, but Sears has been around for 8 years and we don't, but we're Apple and we're just new, but IBM has so much more resources and we're big. You don't have time to do that. You just got to make your next move. If you got a military and you don't have a lot of fancy weaponry and you don't have a lot of fancy jets like maybe an F-22 Raptor or an F-18, if you don't have those things, you got to use the weapons you got. And it's kind of like a game where the better you do, the more battles you win, the better weapons you get, the stronger weapons you get, the stronger tools you get, and eventually you can call timeouts and say, let's think about this next move. Let's think about that next move. Let's put a team to come out with the best strategy for this. Let's put a team to come out with the best strategy for this. But you have a long ways to go to get there where you can stop and walk instead of running. So your best friend as a startup entrepreneur is being as urgent as you can be. It's my message of the week, and please be sure to subscribe to this channel and comment on the bottom. Ready? You know Tony Stark from Action.
Here's what we're doing next. No, we're not doing this. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing this. Not yet. Here's what we're doing.
I'm Patrick Bet-David, host of Valuetainment Weekly, and the quote I talked about, what are you guys laughing at? My goodness. You guys, seriously, this is, we did, my voice?
Yeah.
Is that what happened? My voice, my voice has got still issues.
I'm sorry, I
huh?
made Paul laugh.
The quote I talked about